Oh, honey, are we live yet? Hey, at least they're playing ads on the channel now. What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. Tonight we have a wonderful stream. Shake it, GE. Yes, I have my beer. It's not, it's Michelob Ultra Lime Cactus, but it is beer nonetheless. So yes, tonight we have comments of the day along with Today I Learned. So, all right. We got all this shit, and plus I'm going in and out of focus for fuck's sake. Let's see. I gotta get, see, I was running a little late, so I gotta get some shit pulled up. So tonight is Flat Earth Friday. We're going to be discussing a Flat Earth video from BuzzFeedBlue. It's not a pro Flat Earth video. This is a guy just poorly presenting the Flat Earth thing. Professor Stick? What's up, Professor Stick? How you doing? All right. So, first up, though, we have comments of the day. Well, actually, first we have Today I Learned. In case you guys didn't know that. That's not the correct one. Please disregard that particular comment. Thank you very much. I know, but I love singing. I'm not going to sing again, though. Lies? It's not lies. All right. Today I learned, which I learned that I gotta frame my fucking face up. Thank you very much. All right. Today I learned. Listen. Christmas. Professor Stick in the house. That's right, Christmas. Lehman, did you get a chance to watch Convex Earth yet? I have not. I am waiting to watch that on a live stream with you guys. So yes. All right. So today I learned tigers will take revenge on those who have done wrong to them. Tigers are amongst the most vengeful animals on this planet, along with crows. You fuck over anybody in a murder of crows, and they will fuck you right back with their beaks. This is the educational portion of the stream right here. The rest of it's pretty much just going to be shit. So if you want education, here's education. Now, this isn't from Today I Learned, but it is from our Catholicism. Spanish flags to fly at half-mast to mark the death of Christ. Okay, so you're flying them at half-mast for somebody that didn't die around 30 AD. We haven't been able to prove that he died, but yet you want to do it anyways. Thank you, Matthew Finolis. I appreciate that and hope I didn't fuck up your last name. Okay. Here's another Today I Learned. Today I learned the CIA once kidnapped a Soviet spacecraft overnight, took it apart, studied it, reassembled it, and sent it back without the Soviets realizing. That's how awesome we are and how shitty the Soviets were. And now this is a bit funnier. Today I learned a group of undercover Detroit police posing as drug dealers tried to arrest another group of undercover police posing as drug dealers. It is so bad that it's gotten to the point where police are arresting police for fake drug sales. To the police. Godless Iowan, he doesn't want me to do something. Oh, I know. I wasn't reading the super chat.
He said don't read this super chat.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
All right, so on this Today I Learned, and this is the last one for right now, HBO had to hire a team of 160 lawyers before releasing its Going Clear Scientology and the Prison of Belief because of the church's litigious nature. And I have to say, I watched Going Clear while I was on a business trip, and wow, what the fuck? That movie will definitely change your opinion. If you thought it was a cult before, oh, be prepared to have your own beliefs solidified because they are fucking crazy as shit. All right, now on to comments of the day. I sung that a little bit better. Larry Johnson Jr., he posted, "You can go to prison for destroying an eagle's egg, but it's okay for women to take the life through abortion. Pray for America." He clamping down on that Jesus dick hard. Jesus ain't gonna like that. So while yes, he likes a little bit of the clap is what he likes.
Oh, nobody likes
Christmer, you over that respiratory infection? Nope, Jesus is still trying to force his dick down my throat on the daily. So yes, you can go to prison for destroying an eagle's egg if the eagle is on the endangered species list, because that's against the law. I mean, take any old bird's egg, and I'm sure it's not going to matter, but I mean, you will go to jail. While, of course, abortion is not illegal, but when you abort a child, it normally doesn't look like that. Like, it doesn't look like a human. Most abortions are done in the first trimester, and then, it's emergency abortions and, like, special cases, like, after that. It very rarely do abortions occur when it's, like, that close to giving birth. So I would say that's a false equivalence right there. Oh, this one's scary as shit. John Wayne. I am an amateur ghost hunter. Very amateur. I've been in some pretty scary places, empty old houses, abandoned cemeteries, old Civil War battlefields, and never once have I seen, caught, or heard anything supernatural. Is it because I don't have enough faith ghosts will show, or is it that they don't exist? They don't exist. The ghosts don't exist. Don't fool yourself. I mean, I guess it would be fun to go into a cemetery and scare yourself, but at the same time, it's kind of like, they don't exist. There's no proof that there's life after this one. Dean Reisterer. Dear atheist, if you are against God, then it is you who are wrong and not God. Not believing in him doesn't make him vanish. Well, no. I mean, first you got to exist in order for you to vanish. I mean, that's just basic fucking logic right there. But yeah, just because we don't believe in him doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. But at the same time, just because you believe in him doesn't mean that he does exist. Gob Barrett, no, I haven't been to a dead kid's playground, but it sounds fun. Normally I only stop for super chats, but I had a second, I saw my name highlighted. Imam Ali, why profess atheism if rarely follow the teachings of logics? I don't know this logics. Who is this logics that you speak of, and why didn't you capitalize his last name? Because logic doesn't have teachings. Logic does have, like, principles, but it doesn't have teachings. So I don't know what you're trying to say here, because why professed atheism? Atheism itself can't profess anything. So I would say form your question better so I can accurately answer. Because atheism does follow logic, if that's what you're asking. But I don't know if that's what you're asking. See, it's important to actually, I don't know, put it through Google Translate if it takes that. Because we all know atheists don't live long over in your country there, Imran. Angela. For those of you who don't believe that God is real and want to call Christianity a cult, please explain who created science and those scientists the brain to be able to create everyone and everything. Booyah, bitches! CRISPR, follow the teaching of logic instead. I don't exactly know what this person's wanting. I don't call Christianity a cult, although it could fit that definition, especially in situations like Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. Just because science, like people that started standardizing science and implementing science, just because they were religious or came from religious institutions, does not mean that science needed religion in order to be created. Science, everything could be wiped out and science would come back just the same because it just seeks to represent reality and not push some kind of dogma. Eric, atheism. Clearly, this is man's display of complete foolishness. Looking at the way the world operates, you should know it was designed. Your evolution theory is just one big hoax. No, Eric, I don't think that it's one big hoax. It has mountains of evidence, unlike religion. Religion doesn't have any kind of evidence, other than the fact that, men want to control the population. That's about all that it has. And no, it's not obvious that we were designed. Not in the least bit. If anything, it was designed to fucking kill us. If that's what you mean, then spot the fuck on. Renee Ibalacria. Sorry. The Globe Earth Society defenders have no idea they're worshippers of a demonic religion. Axis at 23.4 minus 90 degrees equals mark of the D beast system. Mark of the D? Oh, shit. Honey, it's the mark of the D. That's my mark. Yeah. Fox Paulette. Anyone here believe Christians in the U.S. are persecuted? No, broad strokes, they're not persecuted. They're actually the ones in power right now. Conservative Christians have literally taken over the government. But Caitlin Chloe donated? You donated $1.29?
Read my fucking super chat.
It hasn't come through yet on here. Oh, wait, here it is. Testing. If this thing works, GE owes me $1.99. God damn. Fuck, I'll get you your money. Shit. I would love to know your thoughts, though, on Christians being persecuted in the U.S. I think that if a Christian was legitimately persecuted in the U.S., we would definitely fight for them, even atheists, if a Christian was actually persecuted. And there's been a number of cases where, atheists have stuck up for Christians because, it's other Christians that are persecuting the Christians. It's really fucking weird. I know. I'm not giving her tree fitty. Is sex before marriage a sin? 1, sin doesn't exist. 2, no, sex before marriage isn't bad or a sin. Honestly, I think that as long as you practice safe sex, sex before marriage is fine. One of the problems that we have here in America, though, is that we have dumbass people wanting to push abstinence-only sex education that pretty much says that you'll make Jesus cry if you take it in the ass or the puss or in the mouth. Basically, if you take it anywhere before you get that fucking ring, then you're pretty much fucked, and Satan is going to fuck you anyways with his spiked cat dick. I don't think you want to fuck the spiked cat dick, honey. That's the CC dick. All right, we'll end on this one, and we'll come back after the show. If you guys want to stick around for that afterwards, please do. Matthew Candanilla. How can I convince atheists that God exists? provide evidence. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments right now. What would convince you that God exists? I mean, honestly, I think it would be a little hard to prove that God exists, considering that he's supposed to be supernatural and outside of reality. Prince Thunderflare, silly GE, anal doesn't count. It is the holy loophole. Oh, thank you, Telltale. I didn't realize you were watching tonight there, bud. I appreciate the $1. Not Joe Witness. It is a sin when there isn't consent. Well, it is, yeah, when there's not consent. It is a bad thing when there's not consent, but I would call that rape and not, like, traditional sex. Huh? Or, well, yeah, and not sin. It is a sin when you pretend to slip. Oh, is it a sin when you pretend to slip? On her dick? Damn, who are you fucking? Lorena Tavares says, proof! Sorry, earbud morning. No, when you said that Godless Island, I was thinking like, the Eminem song, Guilty Conscience. It was like she tripped and fell and landed on his dick. Like, yeah, I mean that's legit it. All right. RJ Cranston, thank you for the $1, my man. Dr. Guyman. Clug. Gug. We watched your shitty video. Guy named Sean. I don't know what would convince me. God should. That's correct. Actually, that's a really good answer to this one. God should know what would convince each and every one of us. So, logically, we don't have to really provide any kind of real answer for what would convince us, because God, being the all-knowing douchebag that he is, should already know what would convince us. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Thank you so much for that, guy named Sean. Let's get to the video, because that's what you guys are here for. That's what you want to see. BuzzFeed Blue getting ripped to shreds. Now, just to preface, this guy is not a flat earther. He doesn't, well, in the video, he really cast doubt on it. But on Twitter today, he did say that it was a, that he thinks that the earth is a, well, he called it a ball, but it's spherical. While he doesn't apparently realize that calling it a ball makes him sound even more like a flat earther. Yeah, he did have, like, hold on. This right here was the original title, which he no longer has. If I can I, okay. Well, apparently not. Hold on. I'm getting it. I know, well, normally I can drag and drop, but for some reason today it's not wanting to drag and drop. So here was the original one. Here's the original title. I believe the earth is flat. So everybody that downvoted it and commented on it saying that, oh, you're stupid, you think the earth is flat, they're justified, because he doesn't present it in a critical way, and he legit said that he believes in the flat earth. Even in the video, he's going to say, I don't know what to believe. My jury's still out. Guy named Sean says, I stole that from Matt Dillahunty, no shame. Matt Dillahunty's a smart motherfucker. Chrismer, do you have any sodium hydrobromite? What? NaH? Nah, bro, I got it. Nah, bro. Chrismer?
Yes.
Chrismer.
His fucking
Fuck.
name is Chris. It's not that hard.
I know. Nightmare Johnny, finally, a fellow Alabamian. Found you a while ago and really appreciate the entertainment. First live stream I've caught. Keep it up, dude. Thank you so much there, Nightmare Johnny. I appreciate it. I'm in North Alabama. Apparently there's a lot of you guys up here. I had no idea. Okay, let's get to the video.
Since I was a child, I've been...
All right, first of all, porn stash, what the fuck, man? Really?
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, shit. Godless Iowan. A thumb in the ass equals a jump in your step. Thank you, Godless Iowan. Renee Ibalarkara. Don't research flat Earth because you will definitely become a globatortionist. Globortionist. I like that one. Globortionist. I like that. That one's creative. All right. So Porn Stash McGee over here is going to tell us about the flat Earth theory.
Since I was a child, I've been naturally inquisitive, questioning anything and everything that didn't quite make sense. As I grew, I poured countless hours into a number of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories I believe in, some of these theories I don't. But
I have to say that exploring conspiracy theories is quite interesting on occasion. I don't suggest taking them seriously, but I mean, following the rabbit hole can provide some pretty good entertainment. Like, for instance, flat Earth theory. That is one particular one that is fucking funny as shit to follow the rabbit hole down, and it's so funny that it keeps making you want to follow it down.
some of them I do.
Some of them I do.
Here I'll be studying the evidence for and against all of history's mysteries, doing the work so you don't have to, but you really should do it on your own, like check sources and all that. Okay, on.
Okay, so that is very good. He still is not convincing me that he's not a flat earther, because I mean, flat earthers regularly say do your own research, but when you don't come to their conclusion, then you didn't do the correct research. So I don't know, like I even say it on occasion. So it just, with this kind of video, it makes me doubt that he's like, he actually accepts a globe earth model.
Today's episode, Flat Earth.
Yay, flat earth!
A lot of people would have you believe the Earth is round. Well, we'll see.
Well, okay, not round, but an oblate spheroid. So, yeah, honestly, if I were to do this video, I would make sure that I have the nomenclature right. I mean, if you're going to describe the Earth, don't sound like a fucking flatty as you do it.
What is the Flat Earth theory?
It's dumb.
Well, the Flat Earth theory posits, there we go, that the Earth is not a globe, as you have come to know it, but is in fact a flat disc-like shape. Let me show you here. It's kind of a lot like this. Yeah. It suggests that the Earth's land masses lie flat. And to better understand this, let's go all the way back to the Bedford level experiment with Samuel Burley Robotham.
Oh, fucking great! The Bedford level fucking test.
So let's go to the chalkboard in the Bedford level experiment. Sir Samuel Burley Robotham, don't know if that's how it's pronounced, kicked off this whole flat earth thing with the Bedford level experiment. I'll write it here. Bedford level X. This is the loudest thing in the world. Experiment. What he did.
Okay, so there was a Cat Brony question about how can I call it a pear-shaped planet. I don't actually say pear-shaped. I feel like all that does is muddy the waters, and it really causes confusion on people. What Neil deGrasse Tyson means when he says that is just that it's thicker on the bottom than it is on the top, and so therefore it's like a pear. But it doesn't look like the physical shape of a pear. So I wouldn't say pear-shaped because of how people confuse it, but whatever. Corbin Bender, yo, show us your tattoos, dude. Okay, real quick, I'll show you some. Here's a 1-up Mario. I have the GE logo on my wrist with an atom kind of symbol. This, oh fuck. Oh, that right there is an amino acid that says I am star stuff. I have a, if you can see it, it's a DNA thing that was actually 2 Jesus fish that were DNA, and so all I did was mirror it, and it's a full DNA thing, and it doesn't look dumb as fuck. And then I have the first drawing of evolution along with a fox, and then and then I got the Abstergo symbol, this nice little bluebird for KC, and then I've also got the Assassin's Creed symbol, and then I guess I should show. Okay. All right.
Is he started on a long river, and he stood here, this is him, with a telescope. Boop, 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 boop. And he had his friend in a boat, boop, 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 ride a number of miles down the river. So this was what he was suggesting. Because of the curve of the globe, he shouldn't be able to see his friend after about 6 miles. The top of the sail should have been about 11 feet under his view, but instead, he saw his friend go like more than 6 miles. The whole time he saw the whole boat and the whole thing just like this. That led him to thinking that Earth is not a globe.
Okay, so this is the Bedford level experiment. And yes, Prince Thunderflare, it was exposed as a fraud by another surveyor. What's actually happening here is that it's a very curious case where light can bend over the curvature of the Earth. If you look at how mirages happen, it's the same thing. Basically, the light coming from the boat doesn't go in a straight fashion. The particles and whatnot that are resting on top of the waters in a certain state will actually cause the light to bend over the Earth's curve, and so basically you see a mirage. You can still see the entire boat because you're actually seeing through the water. That just how mirages work. Like you see past the water or whatnot because of the way that the light bends towards the Earth. So the Bedford level experiment from the very beginning was proved wrong, but through a campaign of libelous claims and defamatory statements and a lot of like legalities, they went after the scientists that proved this Robotham guy, that tried to show that the Earth was flat. That this Robotham guy took the scientists that debunked him and just ran his name through the mud and a whole bunch of legal proceedings and everything like that. So, I mean, this guy right here, though, is not going to present the counter evidence to the Bedford level experiment. He just presents it like, oh, this guy did this experiment and boom. I don't know. How do you explain that, globies? Globetards? Christmer. You're saying the Earth Chan isn't flat? No, it's a thick apple bottom, girl.
Wait, globe. There we go. This is where it gets a little wacky. He published these findings in a book called Earth, Not a Globe. The tricky thing is that he published these findings under the name Parallax. Why? I don't know.
What he's also leaving out is that he was doing this in order to use the Bible to prove that the geocentric system is the real system, that the sun and everything revolves around the Earth is flat, via the Bible. So basically he was challenging modern astronomy to a pissing contest, but he forgot to drink his water, and he didn't have anything to really piss.
Now, if you think this sounds crazy.
Oh. Let's see that backing. Yeah, it's just a really big one that says atheist on it. Oh, I forgot these. I have Batman. Huh? Yeah. And this is Joker. I forgot about these two guys. Ah. Prince Thunderflare. Even 200 years ago, flat turds fought dirty. They did. And I've actually got an interview with the flat earther guy where it shows exactly how impossible it is to talk to somebody like that. And so hopefully you guys will enjoy that.
It's important to note that a lot of people are actually in the same school of thought as parallax.
Okay, so some flat earthers believers? Oh, some flat earth believers. Okay. I don't know what the fuck.
Possibly Kyrie Irving, Tila Tequila, and B.O.B. And this is where people kind of hit the wall on the flat earth thing. Where's the edge? Wonderful question. I've got answers.
No, you don't have. Well, you have answers as to how they view the ice wall or whatnot, which is what he's going to bring up. He's going to bring up the ice wall and whatnot, but I just have to say, I love it how it's like the most uneducated people are the ones being like, yo, it's flat, fam. Come on, fuckers. It's flat. And you got B.O.B. standing atop this big rock formation looking out at two cities. And it's like, where the curve, yo. And it's like, apparently that's supposed to disprove like all of astrophysics and geology, science, just all of it. Him standing on a rock formation and it apparently is tantamount to scientific evidence for these people. And it's just fucking ridiculous.
So, to explain, this is essentially what the shape of the flat earth looks like. And of course, if these are the edges, your next question would be like, well, why haven't we fallen off?
The earth is a pizza. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, that brings me to the ice wall.
Oh, the ice wall.
Using my handy dandy modeling clay for children, I'm gonna explain. Once you got the land masses, and they're all there, they have.
And they're all there. I like how he has the Play-Doh equivalent of that flat earth hippie drawing.
This ice wall. Now, forgive me for saying flat earthers. I haven't fully made my mind up yet. I really would like to get around this because this is just so cool.
Okay, so this is the point where you need to clarify that you're being a Poe, like in some fashion, saying that I don't know where I stand on this, or I don't know what to believe. It's not that it's an unacceptable answer, but it leaves you open to people thinking that you actually believe this stuff. So I'm fine if you want to be on the fence about whether or not we live on a globe, Earth. I mean, honestly, I think that you have to do a lot of mental gymnastics in order to do that. But at the same time, basically, you're giving people the ability to call you a dumbass in your own video. And speaking from a dumbass perspective of mine, I would say that you don't need to do that. I strive not to do that, and I still do it. I did call myself a dumbass.
And so, this is what they believe it looks like. So you got your Canada, US, Mexico, there's South America in there.
Yeah, where is Australia there, bud? I like how the editor's calling them out. Like, these are all the continents right here, except for fucking Australia. Fuck that place.
And then in Russia, the other big old landmass. They believe that the Antarctic surrounds the Earth and keeps...
And is guarded by the penguins with the assault rifles. Thank you, Cat Brony, for reminding me of those armed penguins. The armed penguin militia of the ice wall. Keeping us safe since 18 what the fuck ever.
The water in between the ice mass, just like this. Look at that. These are the principles of the Flat Earth Society.
And they work. Look, it holds in water. Holy shit, maybe it really is a fucking flat Earth. Except for the fact that we've, sailed all the way around the Antarctic. We have expeditions that go out there regularly. Despite what flat earthers say, you can go down there and visit, albeit it's very expensive. Woo! I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I feel like he's trying to do like an argument from absurdity here. Like, oh hey, look at this little pizza spinny thing with Play-Doh. This proves a flat Earth. I don't know if that's what he's trying to do or whatnot, but he's like, it makes fucking sense.
Honestly, seeing it like this, it's not so crazy. We understand the ice.
It is fucking crazy. Thank you very much. The Godless Iowan. F Australia! Thank you for finally saying that.
Walls, we got all that figured out. You might say, what about the seasons?
I want to know about the seasons, porn stash McGee.
This is the most enjoyable part of the flat Earth theory. It is actually suggested that the sun spins around the Earth. I'm actually doing the opposite of that, but give me a break, you can figure it out. The seasons changing when the sun is closer and further from the Earth.
Now, I do like the fact that he's using an actual flashlight instead of like a bare bulb, a bare bulb. Because if he used a bare bulb, you would see how it doesn't make sense with light protruding in all directions, the light dispersal pattern that all flat Earth maps have. They have this weird dispersal pattern. He's also not going to explain how it doesn't make sense how you can have as much heat as the sun puts out being that close to the Earth. It also doesn't explain where the fucking stars are and all this other shit out there. It doesn't explain, like, he doesn't mention here how it only causes more questions to be asked and how it doesn't answer a lot of things that we see in nature. See, this is the essential problem that I have with the BuzzFeed video here, is the fact that he's presenting this uncontested. And he really needs to tell people how many questions this actually raises and why it doesn't make sense. It's the most interesting part because it's the craziest fucking part of all of it. Christmas. I like my bulbs bare, thank you very much.
The Earth stays kind of a fixed number of miles away from the sun, so that's good. So they believe in gravity, so we're good. No, they don't. Gravity is a hoax.
Oh, fucking gravity. Jesus Christ. You know, honey, Dean Esme, Max Kolbe, Red Pill Religion, Dean Esme. Yeah, he doesn't think that gravity actually exists. He thinks that it's a human construct. So basically, he's taken a principle of the flat earthers and he's applied it to whatever the fuck kind of fucked up view he has. Dean Esme is an idiot. Thank you, honey.
In the flat Earth theory, the tides are not moved by lunar involvement. The tide shifts are connected to a magnet in the center of the Earth. And
whoa. This is the first time I'm hearing of this. There's a magnet in the center of the Earth that causes the tides and the fucking... what? I've heard in the Convex Earth documentary thing, they say that satellites are held in orbit around the Earth by magnets. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from, but magnets at the center, at like the under center of the fucking flat Earth, that doesn't make fucking sense. And there's no basis in geology to think that that is an actual thing.
we all stay here, not because of gravity, but because the Earth and the sun are constantly and ever moving upward.
Well, again, he did specify that this is only some flat earthers, but there are some flat earthers, I guess, that believe that, but for the majority that I've seen, it's actually like, you know, they think that the Earth is just stationary in its density and buoyancy. I think that it would have been a bit better to present the density and buoyancy thing rather than the flat Earth moving perpetually up, and that's why it goes. Although that makes more sense than density and buoyancy. So I guess maybe he was just picking a more coherent argument. But again, you're talking about flat Earth, quote unquote, theory. It's not even a hypothesis, but you're talking about the flat Earth idea, and it's all pretty fucking incoherent shit. Christmer, Q Desert File, gravity or gravity. Well, no, I say T last time and Tay the second time.
Like a tower of terror that you can never get off. This brings me to photographs.
Photographs! They're all CGI fake bullshit. Get that Polaroid Kodak NASA shit out of here.
So you're saying, I've seen photos of the Earth. It looks like a sphere. It's very circular. Why haven't these flat Earth people seen the photos either? Well,
They have. They just, argue their way around it by saying that it's all CGI fake bullshit, which they might have like an actual argument if any of it was true, which it's not.
well, they have.
Well, okay, so they do Photoshop a little bit. That's mainly to account. Sorry. Goddamn Jesus cock. That's mainly to account for like drift when they're taking the different images from the lenses and whatnot. So I mean, they are photoshopped a little bit, but it's never like, oh, here's a spherical Earth that doesn't exist. Like that's not ever what it is. So it's not Photoshop because it has to be. I guess it is Photoshop. Anyways, Godless Island. D and Esme needs the D in the de-indoctrination. As in de-indoctrination. Yeah, well, I don't think that he's going to be able to pull that particular stick out of his ass anytime soon.
But those photos were taken by NASA.
Ooh, NASA, but also the European Space Agency and whatever the fuck Japan has. You can also yourself get a telescope and you can see that the moon is spherical. You can see other planets being spherical. You can see all this other shit being spherical. We're not a special case. We're not fucking special in this universe. We're just another floating rock with a bunch of other shit on top of it.
This is a quote pulled from the Flat Earth Society's website.
Okay, and just for reference here, a lot of flat earthers say that the Flat Earth Society is a shill group by the government to discredit their own group. I think that this guy should have really said that here. He really should have been like, oh, hey, look, the other flat earthers consider them a shill, but here's information.
In general, we at the Flat Earth Society do not lend much credibility to photographic evidence. It is too easily manipulated and altered. That is where me and them connect.
You see, opening yourself up for that fucking criticism I was talking about. I mean, what you're doing basically is you're using like a genetic fallacy in order to say, oh, well, these images come from NASA, therefore they can't be trusted because they photoshopped them. And without the nuance of the reasons why the photoshops and whatnot, like them having cameras that take pictures through different lenses and then they have to composite them together. And sometimes planets move or things move and they have to Photoshop them a little bit. That doesn't mean that the entire thing is fucking photoshopped.
You cannot trust photos. For example, photos of the moon landing. Here's a photo of me at NASA, looking like I'm having a great time. Here's a photo of me and my best friend, Jeff Goldblum. I've never met him. And on the whole, the Flat Earth Society doesn't believe anything that NASA says or does. They don't believe that we've ever been to the moon. Me neither. So if they're not gonna believe other people's photos, why don't they take their own?
I love this. I love this pause. My pause game's on fucking fleek tonight. So yeah, I mean, I get that you don't want to trust the authorities, but at the same time, when multiple different authorities are validating the same thing, not only that, but like when you have, like, for instance, that Felix Baumgartner guy going up and you could see the curve of the Earth. I mean, you have independent people that have sent up weather balloons that show a curve to the Earth. You have so much evidence for it. You would have to fundamentally change how we understand the universe in order to say that we don't live on a globe.
Well, they've tried. They don't even know what's underneath the Earth because they can't get outside of this ice wall to get a good pic.
Actually, we don't need pictures in order to know what's at the center of the Earth. What we can do is we can pump, these waves and signals into the Earth, and we can, measure like how much of it passes through the Earth. Because you can measure that stuff, and you can know what the Earth is made of. That's how we know that the center of the Earth is like I want to say it's a nickel iron composite kind of thing, and it's rotating. So, I mean, we don't have to have like a camera in order to know it. We can have other ways to know it. Like, for instance, we know that the planets are moving away from us, and all the planets are moving away from each other because the ones that are farther away are more redshifted. And we didn't do that because we took a fucking picture and they were all red and shit. What we did was, we had specialized instrumentation that was able to measure the wavelengths of light coming from a particular region of space. And if those wavelengths were more shifted to the red end of the spectrum, they were farther away because of the fact that the red is on that end of the spectrum. So we don't have to have pictures, but it does help. But to say that the Earth is not a globe, because NASA has pictures of the Earth along with the other space agencies, along with independent people, and along with geologists that beam shit into the ground that can tell you exactly what the composition of wherever the fuck you're at on the Earth, you realize that you're going against a whole bunch of shit. So you need a lot of evidence in order to challenge that.
They have no idea. One man even tried to shoot himself into the sky to get a good photo of the circle.
Well, actually, that's been shown that, like, even the guy himself admitted that he was just doing that to raise awareness and to raise money, not to actually shoot himself off into the firmament or whatever.
Listen, global warming is going to melt away that ice wall. We're all going to swim out and just fall over like a waterfall.
What? I feel like he's trying to be satire right now, and he's just being really outrageous. But nothing up until this point has kind of told me that he's, taking a satirical look at this, because he's like, I don't know what to believe. I agree with the flat earthers, and NASA can't be trusted. Fuck them government shills. Like, it's amazing to me.
I, for one, can't wait. But as Reading Rainbow always said, don't just take my word for it. Look it up yourself. Do the research on your own.
Which is what every fucking flat earther says. I mean, I do implore people to, figure this stuff out for yourself, to go and find, the information, the good information, not information from like non-government shill Illuminati fucker 666.blogspot.com. I mean, like, actual information from actual scientists and shit. People that understand this stuff. But, I mean, the shit that I'm telling you, while it may be hit or miss on accuracy, it's still basically correct. I also love in this one how you have so much fucking 90s nostalgia. You even got a goddamn Virtual Boy. Do you guys remember Virtual Boys? I don't know if you guys remember Virtual Boys, but I had a Virtual Boy. It was shit. But still, man, that's a very specific Nintendo reference. But that's it for his video. Obviously, he said that he believes in a globe. I'm very much willing to trust him on that. So I don't think that he actually believes the Earth is flat, but in this video, he does make it very vague as to what he actually thinks. So, hey.
Don't you have another Today I Learned?
I do. I have another Today I Learned, and I have some more comments. So I guess I should do the Today I Learned first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get this Today I Learned up. Today I learned the Godless Iowan and Mrs. Snarky are not actually a married couple, despite GI calling her his wife. So, Mrs. Snarky, the Godless Iowan wants to know, will you marry him? And we wait in silence for the answer. What? This guy looks like P. Mars. What?
still waiting for a fucking answer.
Yeah, we need an answer. Ah, yes! She said yes. Yay, everybody! Congratulations, Godless Iowan and Mrs. Snarky, for getting engaged. Congratulations, both of you guys. I'm glad that it worked out, because otherwise this would be awkward. Plus, it would be awkward that you guys kind of live with each other and shit, and that would be a little weird. But anyways. All right, here's some more comments while Mrs. Snarky probably catches her breath. All right. So Isaac Nakata, atheist. What next after you die? There's nothing after we die, although I have heard that the Pope recently said that atheists and whatnot, they go away, but we go to heaven, is what he said. So I don't know what to believe, but as far as the Pope goes, but I'm fairly certain that nothing happens after we die. Our brains are molecular, or not molecular, well, they are molecular, but they're biological machines that run off of energy. As soon as that energy stops, we cease to exist. So it doesn't make sense for there to be an afterlife. That's why I said earlier that ghosts don't exist, because there's no way to prove that they do. Godless Iowan, she literally can't stop giggling. I'm glad.
Don't worry about me. I'm just coughing up.
Casey says that she's got to pick her lung up off the floor. So Philip Worstler, evidence for God. I heard this on the radio the other day. Blood has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Sound familiar? It should. The number 666 can also be found in the Bible. It was the number given to the beast, and it is also the number of man. The number of man was written 2,000 years ago, because obviously fucking 666, the number, the value itself, didn't exist before 2,000 years ago. This was before modern science told us about the numbers in the blood. Okay, so for one thing, blood doesn't have that. But blood is a complex molecule. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't have 6 protons and 6. Those are atoms. Like, that's carbon-12 is what that would be. It's an isotope of the carbon thing. Carbon-14 is very plentiful. I don't exactly know where carbon-12 would crop up, but regardless of that, blood just simply doesn't have those characteristics. I mean, we are carbon-based life forms, but that doesn't mean that we're exactly based on carbon-12. Let's see, apparently, according to chemistry.com, it's used as a reference isotope. So, I mean, I think referring to it as that would be better, not saying that our blood has 6 protons in it. Renee, embrace flat Earth reality! I used to be globetard. Okay, Renee, well, thank you for the money. Are you? Renee, are you an Ice Wall Penguin brigade person? Cause that's cool as shit. Can I get a ride down to the ice wall? Like, Ender Knight said, Renee, shut the fuck up. Solar DNA, our blood has gravitonium in it. Don't fuck with this guy. He'll be like, what's gravitonium? Is that why I stay on the earth? Is that it? Gravity doesn't exist. Gravitonium exists. Oh. I have a plan, guys. Don't fucking ruin it. So this is actual comments on my channel here. Ha ha ha, they made a fool out of you all. Ha ha ha, you are so stupid. What are you, a dishwasher? I'm wondering if he means a literal dishwasher or just like somebody that washes dishes at a restaurant. No, I'm a software engineer. Thank you very much. I do software engineering shit all the time. I do wash dishes sometimes. Okay, I have to say I love these particular comments right here. So if you ever get an ad on one of my videos and it's for this particular reason, please comment. Why was the ad for this video the Bible app? Because we all need Jesus, don't you know? Nobody that's an atheist has ever heard of Jesus Christ. We should all know this by now. And then Time Shark said, yes, it is always dangerous to just go around jumping random virgin ass. Can get you into trouble. You know, I gotta tell you, that there Jared from Subway, he could tell you that's legit as shit. Don't go around jumping random virgin ass. Pedophile jokes on G. No. Casey said, this is why you get in trouble. Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta reset the transform. All right, so this one's a bit long, but I mean it's worth it. I thought I would have been bombarded by now. So real scientists proved your Nazi deceiver science lies on several experiments. I already knew the results, but unless it comes from the Nazi rulers, it's not truth to zombies. Do you all just read books and watch TV programming / internet, or do you actually look and research with your own eyes? And what is left of your vaccinated, clouded minds? Now go, obey all the shit you are taught and are held down by BS laws for America's prisons for profits with victimless crimes. I wonder what the next staged attack to take our freedoms away will be by your government and elite owners. Lemmings just don't get it and how lies trump truth works when you own the information. If you wake up, I will buy you a steak dinner. I don't lie, so I will. Tell all the heathens that you know the truth now. Don't jump on the Bible thumper train either, or go play with your Star Wars dolls. I don't have Star Wars dolls to play with. So, I mean, going through this, I mean, it's a lot of rambling word salad bullshit, but basically, you have to research yourself with your own eyes, not your partner's eyes or anybody else's eyes. Don't go ripping eyes out. Use your own fucking eyes. Go and do that and come to his decision, because otherwise you're not doing correct research. And you're just a zombie. And then apparently there's something about prisons and profit prisons. Profit prisons are a thing, and I think they're horrible because they end up really reducing the quality for the prisoners, and in order to make money. And I think that that's wrong in general. I get that there are some prisoners that have done some pretty horrible things. That's not me defending the horrible shit that they've done. But I also think for the general population of people that are in prison, like for instance, people that are in on drug charges, like non-violent drug charges and shit, like they don't deserve to go through that kind of stuff. Fucking, what's the guy, Charlie Manson? Fucking give him, I don't know, maggot-filled cupcakes or something. He is dead. Maggots would go well with him. But anyways, lemmings just don't get it, and I mean, obviously, it's just bullshit after that. I do like how he says, I don't lie, so I will buy you a steak dinner. That's hilarious to me. All right, so that's all the comments that we have tonight. Congratulations to the Godless Iowan and Mrs. Snarky. I can't wait to be invited to the wedding, or I don't know what you guys are going to do, but we would definitely try to drive up if you guys had something. But if you guys have any comments or questions or anything like that, please leave them in the chat right now. I would love to answer any and all that you have. Obviously, super chats are going to get any kind of precedence, but I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can right now. It can be anything from atheism related, mythicism related, or even YouTube related, like, something about search results, or hey, we'll start off with this one. The notification thing. In case you guys don't know, YouTube does not notify everybody that a video has been uploaded. There's been many a times where KC's video has not shown up in the subscription feed for a good 10 or 15 minutes. And so, how I feel about this is I understand YouTube not notifying people because, for me, I am subscribed to a lot of people, and there are times when these people will upload 15 goddamn videos in a day. So I don't need 15 notifications going off, but it is up to me to produce compelling and entertaining content for you guys. And so the way that I do that, the way that I judge that is by, how often you guys watch. So I really, really do appreciate you guys watching the videos. I appreciate all of that shit.
Urban imposter, where did you get art in the background? Oh, you turning me up?
Yeah.
Urban Imposter wants to know, where did you get the art in the background?
Okay, thank you, Urban Imposter. That I painted myself. This guy right here I painted myself, and this one right here my son painted.
With me for Father's Day.
With KC for Father's Day. I'm sorry, babe.
Uh-huh.
But that's all of that. Here's KC's, one of KC's, and here's another of KC's. We're actually decent artists on occasion. I know. You guys just expected it to all be dicks.
See. Peachy Keen question, do you pick comments that you know are going to give her an aneurysm? Yes.
Godless Engineer, how thick are you? I don't know. Pretty thick, I guess. I would definitely have apple bottom jeans.
With 2 C's.
Well, yeah, no.
Test Vision keeps trying to lure me to his house with cake. I feel like I need to yell stranger danger. Because, cake is good.
Video Gamer Cool Kid, Godless Engineer, what's your opinion on the religion of Scientology? That's a good question. Obviously a cult, obviously horrible. I think that they need to have their religious status revoked. I think that their quote-unquote religion is dwindling. I think that they employ a lot of shitty tactics in order to keep people in the faith. And it's pretty much just a Ponzi scheme. I mean, they just want your money. That's it.
You need to show this off. We got it from Nadine this week.
Oh, yes. Nadine, I think that she's on the stream
She's
right now.
on the stream right now, yeah.
She sent us this.
Lightning dick.
It's a lightning dick, in case you guys can't really see it.
And it's crocheted. It's a crocheted lightning dick. She's so super talented.
Let's see. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. It's got a lightning thing on it. It's a lightning dick. It's God's tiny little lightning dick, even with balls.
Let's see. Video Gamer Cool Kid wants to know, what's your opinion on the religion, Scientology?
Oh, yeah, I just answered that one.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not listening to you.
Let's see. The Mr. Official. Godless Engineer, can you just admit already the Earth is in the shape of a Scooby snack? Why else would Shaggy's hair be so long? That's a compelling fucking argument, I have to say. I get it. And, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be it. I would totally throw out a globe model for a Scooby snack model.
Larry Davey wants to know, I saw your DNA tattoo used to be a fish.
Yep.
Were you a theist at one point?
Oh yes, I definitely was a theist at one point. Although it was so originally, if you guys can see, this is what the design originally looked like right here. And then all I did was mirrored it and flipped it, and now it's a DNA thing. For me personally, I feel like it's a comment on how I went from a more scientifically minded theist to shunning religion and I guess, coming to some sort of reason about it. It's the full DNA thing. I'm not closing myself off to the entire truth.
Yeah. Hey, Prince Thunderflare, you can send it to godlessengineering@gmail.com. If you have a comment thread and an image you want to send.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to get any kind of images or comments that you guys might have. Godlessengineering.com. I would love to see it.
GE, have you heard of street epistemology? I was wondering how you use that in your next talk with a theist or other CTFE would work. I don't know what that means, but street epistemology. Tell them about Faithless Forum.
Yes,
have Anthony Magnabosco
at Faithless Forum. Thank you for the question. At Faithless Forum, we will be having Anthony Magnabosco, and he will be going through street epistemology. I watch street epistemology videos all the time. I love how they talk to people about how they know things. And if you guys see any of my videos where I talk to theists and whatnot, I try to employ it a little bit. I need to get a little bit better at asking like how they know things or why they know things or how sure they are about some things. So, excuse me. I mean, I very much am into the street epistemology scene.
Kat Brony wants to know, are you excited, worried, or nervous about coming on his channel for the interview tomorrow? You have an interview with Kat Brony tomorrow?
I do.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said noon to the thing that you asked earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, I am, Cap. I would love. Yeah, I'm definitely going to share it on the GE community thing. I'm going to share it everywhere so that everybody could come and hear me just ramble on about my own Southern self.
Is it a live stream?
It will. I think it'll be a live stream.
Okay. Godless Engineer, are you going to be celebrating 25K subs in any way? We haven't talked about it.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. I've been wanting to do a celebration theme, but our stream, but it's always like I've always just been so busy with life and stuff that I haven't gotten around to it. And so I was thinking about having a stream where I'm like, all right, we're gonna go through every fucking milestone that we've already passed. 20,000. Oh wait, fucking 22,000, 24,000. And so I guess 25,000 seems like a good one to actually sit down and do it at.
A couple people have asked what we're doing for either Zombie Jesus Day or Easter Fool's Day.
Zombie Jesus Day or Easter. What was the question again?
What are we doing? A couple different people have asked. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have Xander, and we're probably gonna color some eggs, and we'll probably end up, I don't know, just.
My mom has extra grass for the Easter basket thing we're gonna do.
Oh,
I gotta go get it tomorrow.
All right.
I know everybody on YouTube needed to know that.
Yeah.
My mom's giving us grass. Not that kind. What is Casey's favorite flavor of cake? I don't even know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
We almost never have like cake or anything because John's diabetic, so we never really have anything like that. I don't like chocolate frosting, but I do like chocolate cake.
Let's see. Jose G. Gonzalez, can you ask it again? It's not ignored. There's just a lot of questions.
Did you deconvert before or after having kids?
I deconverted way before having kids. So, yeah.
What is your favorite tattoo?
My favorite tattoo. Thank you, Agent Blood Nut Orange. My favorite tattoo, I have to say, let me see. Which one would it be? It's probably the Evolution one. I mean, it's a very simple tattoo, but I really like it. And KC actually has, I think, on her arm right where mine is.
I do. And I have stand up on the other arm in the same spot.
Hold on. Lorena Tavares is asking, would you raise your son as an atheist or would you let him explore religion? Right now, I mean, I'm letting him, just decide for himself. Like, I am not pushing that he shouldn't believe or anything like that. Although, being that he is a kid and he really looks up to me, he's going to really go with, what I think. And I've been honest with him that I don't believe that God exists. So he has kind of taken up that position, but I try to emphasize to him that he doesn't really understand the position yet, and that he can't really hold a position that he doesn't know. But I also don't tell him that he's not that. I just try to caution him from, accepting, just what I believe.
Jen with one N, what was the last book you read? You answer, then I'll answer.
What is the last what?
Book you read.
The last book I read was like fully read or just read in general.
I don't care.
Randall Helm's Gospel Fictions.
Okay, and I'm currently reading Ruthless by Ron Miscavige. It's about Scientology.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. If you haven't read Ruthless, you really should.
Jose G. Gonzalez asked, "Do you believe you live in a flying, spinning blue testicle?" Why not? God's holy testicle is what we live in.
The hobbyist asked, "Is there a difference between agnostic and atheist? If so, why choose atheism?"
Is there a difference between agnostic, atheist, and atheist?
No, just agnostic and atheist.
Oh, okay. Well, there are some people that like to say that pure agnosticism is their position, and I'm not in a position to tell them that they're wrong or that they can't hold that, but I would say that agnosticism applies to knowledge and what we do know. And then there's belief in God, and that would be atheist, theist. So for me, it separates into two categories of knowledge and do you believe in God? And so atheism answers, whether or not I believe in God or think a God exists. And then there's the knowledge of it in being that I don't know if a God exists. So I would say that I don't know that God exists and I don't believe in him.
Agent Orange wants to know what's under your beanie.
Hair! Long frizzy hair.
Really fucked up hair. Put that shit back on. Mad Cat MK wants to know what's your favorite video game.
Favorite video game right now is Far Cry 5. It's fucking awesome.
Oh yes, and Ruthless. Ron Miscavige is the father of David Miscavige, the guy who runs Scientology right now.
Let's pick like one more.
Oh okay. There's so many.
I know. Guys, if you want me to answer your questions, you can always email me at godlessengineering@gmail.com, and I will do my best to answer you guys.
Here's one from Chrismer. All right, we'll end it with Chris. Do you believe in magic? Oh, in a young girl's heart. I don't know what that means. Let's skip that one. I think that's all. Somebody wants us to start a GE book club.
A GE book club?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like where we just...
say, hey, here's what we're reading.
Hey, here's what we're reading. Oh, that would be kind of cool. And then we discuss what we read or something. See, I go for more of the audiobooks because like then I can work and I can listen to the book at the same time.
See, and I like actual books. Like I don't even like to have like a tablet with the book on it. I like an actual book. And actually for any atheist authors that are out there, I buy their books and I always have them signed. So like I don't even go through Amazon to buy their books. I just contact them directly and I'm like, hey, will you send me a signed copy? I'll send you the money. And
we have connections like that.
I have all kinds of books written by atheists that are signed by everybody. Ron Miscavige's book is actually signed. So
Fino said audiobooks isn't reading. No, but somebody else is reading it to me, so that kind of works.
Yeah.
Somebody is doing the reading in it. All right, Heathens, I really appreciate everybody joining tonight. I'm really sorry if I didn't get to your question. Please, if you will, email me your question if you want me to answer it, if it's that important to you, because I know that there's a lot of you guys out there have really great questions. So you email me at godlessengineering@gmail.com, and I will do my best to answer. I will see you heathens later. Don't forget to go to Cap Brony's channel. I'm going to be on his channel tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I think Central, maybe? Or maybe it's Eastern. I'm not sure.
I didn't even know it was happening, so I don't look at me for the time.
It's in the inbox.
Well, I don't read all the freaking emails.
Anyways, heathens, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a lovely night. And
congratulations again to the Godless Iowan and Miss Snarky.
Yes, congratulations, Mrs. Snarky and Godless Iowan. We will see you heathens later. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.